Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Tom Numbers. Can you see me? Yeah. Who's in? So, welcome to this live show with me, with Tom Numbers, and welcome to Psych.Club. Today is July 19th, the day after Mandela Day. Something interesting happened today. So it was 109 days out from the election, which is November 5th. There you go. I've got my, hang on. My bicep, I think it's bigger on that side. It always pulls up the shirt. It makes sense. I'm right-handed. So I've got my shungite. There you go. So today is 109 days till the election. But something interesting happened today, which affected a lot of the world. And this is this thing with CrowdStrike. I've just seen a tweet that says CrowdStrike has mentioned in the Q posts, I think it was 19 times. So it's a lot of times. So people that are wondering about the validity of Q, you might want to have a rethink. It's going to get clearer and clearer as we get closer to people. So, hey Adele, hey LV, how you doing? So I wanted to do the numbers on CrowdStrike, and we'll talk about the 109 days away as well, because 109 is very important, as most of you will know. But I'll go into that further. So this is interesting. So CrowdStrike, crowd is 63. Makes me always think of JFK, the events of 63. 63 is Paris, so it makes me think of Diana. 63 is Friday, and what's the day today? It's Friday. Strike is 82, which is also rainbow. Is Soldier 82 or Soldier 79? I need to check. But CrowdStrike, when you add them together, is 145. Now, yesterday, I spoke about Tenet and about a temporal pincer movement, and I believe we'll see that on November 5th. I think there's been a team working backwards until this point. This X marks the spot, which is November 5th, which is the election, which is the calling election made sure. But red team plus blue team comes to CrowdStrike, which comes to 145. It comes to numerology. It comes to Wonder Woman. And it also comes to Candle in the Wind. And I may have put a tweet out about this. I think I did. So around the time of Diana's birthday, a few weeks ago, I was looking into stuff about Diana again. Interesting enough, so we're 109 days away from November 5th. 109 comes to Diana Spencer. 109 comes to the word 17 when you spell it out. 109 comes to witness. What did Diana witness? Who is she witnessed against or witnessing against? My channel, Psych.Club, which I chose in October 2019, about 4 or 5 months before we got into the swing of things in 2020. So I was guided to that. Remember that Diana's funeral service was at 9:08 in the morning. 9 plus 8 is 17 Q. Numerology 145 or CrowdStrike comes to real Diana Spencer. It comes to real 17 real. I think is telling us that Q is real. We know this, but for the normies, for the people that aren't quite there with us, come on board, everybody, because Q is more. I mean, talk about a new latter-day digital Bible of prophecy, of quantum revelation and prophecy and predictions. So I haven't read all the Q posts, but I know obviously some of them, like everybody does. But that one about CrowdStrike is really interesting. But CrowdStrike's 145. 145 is numerology. It's red team plus blue team. It's Wonder Woman. Now, what is Wonder Woman's alter ego? So you've got Superman, which is 107 trumps. 107 is quantum, military, currency. But 145, Wonder Woman, what's her alter ego? So Superman's alter ego is Clark Kent, okay, which is 95, which is Tuesday. That's when the election is. The shot, 95, the Queen, 95. Emergency, 95, think of the broadcast. So what is her alter ego? It's Diana Prince, which has always made me think of Princess Diana. But when you actually go into her, so she's got Wonder Woman, she's got Diana Prince, the kind of, I think she a reporter, Diana Prince, her day-to-day kind of civilian attire. But then she's also got the mythological kind of Xena warrior princess kind of world. And there she's actually Princess Diana. So you could get it on the nose. It's like, have a look at it. I discovered that a few weeks ago. She's actually Princess Diana. And 145 is Wonder Woman, which is real Diana Spencer, which is CrowdStrike, which is red team plus blue team. And I spoke about that yesterday, which is also numerology. So you can see what's happening with this, people. So it's very interesting that CrowdStrike's come up. I'll probably do some more on it because I haven't been able to study it too much, but I know it affected a lot of people. It's all over the news. People saying that, Microsoft had it all everywhere. Interesting as well. Think about this. So browsers, you've got Microsoft Windows, and we look at the screen, but they were looking at us as well, Windows. Then you've got Safari. So if we're looking through a window, who's the animals? They were viewing us as the animals. And then you've got Oprah. Was it Winfrey? And then you've got, obviously, Chrome. And I won't say too much about that, but people know what I'm on about. So, and then you've also got Bing. Chandler Bing. Chelsea Handler. Just, there's lots of stuff. And who knows about the they have to tell you. So Jennifer Aniston, she's someone I've never actually been attracted to. I couldn't understand it why people, 20 years ago, 30 years ago when Friends came out, everyone loved Rachel. I always thought Courtney Cox was better looking of the two. I guess even Lisa Kudrow, but definitely not Rachel. But nevertheless, Jennifer Aniston was the one that seemed to get all the votes. But do you remember she dated Brad Pitt? And then he came on as a guy called Will, and he teamed up with Ross, and they were teasing her, and they talked about the teeny weeny. They have to tell you. If they tell you, even in jest, in fiction, then they think they get away with it. So, this is going to go on and on. Victoria Adams, Beckham's other counterpart, she had a massive Adam's apple on, I think it was Vogue or Tatler or something, just a couple of months ago. She was showing off her Adam's apple. Victoria's secret. What's the secret about Victoria's secret? People know this is floating around, but it's going to get more and more on the nose. It's going to get more and more apparent. So, but Psych.Club, 109 days. 109 is Psych.Club. 109 is, when you spell the word 17, it's witness. It's trillion. It's parliament. It's Diana Spencer. It's witness. It's a whole bunch of things, but we've got 109 days left until November 5th. It's coming, people, and this is a fun way to keep tabs of it because it's on its way. It's on its way. Also, another one. Okay, this is good for CrowdStrike. The algorithm. So the algorithm comes to CrowdStrike 145. Algorithm comes to 112, which is victory. It's also Star Trek. Charlie Ward, 112. You beam me up, Scotty, Charlie. Never know. So yeah, 109 is 109 days away from the day of all days. It's been predicted. It's been prophesied. It's streaming down. Have people watched The Levelers? So I put this out a few weeks ago. My brother helped me find this. But there's a song, I tweeted it and I put it on the link on YouTube. Levelers, 110, which was yesterday. The Levelers is 143, November 5th. But the Levelers song, I'd encourage you to watch it and listen to it. It's a song you'll recognize, and it's called Beautiful Day, but it got drowned out. It's called What a Beautiful Day, but it got drowned out by the U2 when they did their song Beautiful Day, because they had more of, because U2 are U2, they had a bigger, they kind of, swamped the other song. My mate Ricky Lambert told me about that. He pointed it out because I was like, yeah, it's similar to that U2 song, and yeah. Anyway, listen to the Levelers, because it talks about November 5th. It says, in time we went back. It also talks about the temples coming down, and it all happened overnight without a sound. It talks about lighting a bonfire for all time, which is peace on earth. A city, that scripture, don't hide your light under a bushel. I used to like that one, don't hide your light under a bushel. But talking about a beacon of light set on a hill that will burn forever, which is the millennium, the 1,000 years of peace. So you've got that. But then they also talk about how the ministers and the generals went to ground. So it happened in a blink of an eye overnight without a sound. So it was instant. And everything, it makes me think of rods of God. I think that's probably what they'll do. But it will be instant. And it will happen November 5th. And Guy Fawkes Night. Back to the Future 176, Level Playing Field 176, November the 5th, 176. Guy Fawkes Night 176, 118, Guy Fawkes, 118, The Storm, 118, The Matrix, 118, The Awakening. 118 is the very first number I got. It's Paul, my cousin, his birthday, January 18th. His name is Paul Bushnell, 143. 118 plus 143. Guy Fawkes, November 5th, comes to 261, comes to coronavirus puzzle. Comes to November 22nd, when JFK went. Comes to August 31st, when Diana went. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul, come back, Peter, come back, Paul, and everybody else. Talks about Jack coming back as well. Jack Kennedy and other Jacks. 261, the Project Looking Glass. Best is yet to come event. Best is yet to come woman. Which woman? The Queen's dead. So who's the Queen? You know the answer. But 261, yeah. Coronavirus puzzle, 261. That's when it all happens. And then they talk about wealth redistribution became the new solution. This is in the song, The Levelers. Wealth redistribution became the new solution. That's Jasara Nasara. That's the RV. The Levelers wrote that song, and they were getting the same stream of consciousness I've been getting with the numbers on November 5th, and the same stream of consciousness that we've all been getting in terms of the RV and the rods of God and Jasara Nasara. They picked it up. So it's out there. It's out there. If we're ready to receive it, we'll get it. Who's in the chat? Let's have a look. Hey, Sharon, Millie, Bob. Hey, Porco. What's up, buddy? Rachel Edwards. Sunday will be 107 days to election. Think something big will happen. Could be. Sharon. Who else is there? Fantastic. So there's lots of things to look forward to. And it's great to be a part of it. Parliament. Okay, does anyone know this? I may have discussed this, I think. I may not have done, but I think I might have done. So a friend of mine, Arnie, pointed this out to me a long time ago, but it's made sense now. So Houses of Parliament. Parliament's 109. Zapruder, 109. 17, 109. If you look across Houses of Parliament in London, across the water is the big Millennium Wheel. Millennium Wheel is 175, consciousness. Diana Frances Spencer. Houses of Parliament is Lady Diana Frances Spencer. Mission Impossible, 217. Tom Sidney Bushnell, 217. The Princess of Wales, 217. Parliament, 109. Parliament is a group of owls, like a flock of seagulls, or a gaggle of geese, or a herd of a flock of sheep or a herd of cows. It's fun to do all those because some of them are quite strange, the names. But Parliament is a group of owls. Now we know from one side of it how owls are nocturnal and they can see 360 degrees all the way around with their head. So that gives you symbolism. But everything's been restored. And people know about the owl kind of shape in Washington. Sheffield Wednesday is a football club here in the UK. And in when was Hillsborough? Was it 1997? No, it was before then. 1989, I think. So there was a tragedy in a soccer stadium in the UK. It was Liverpool playing Nottingham Forest, and they played at a neutral ground in the FA Cup semi-final, Hillsborough. Hillsborough is the home ground of Sheffield Wednesday, which is in Yorkshire. And interestingly enough, they used to have two towers. I'm just thinking this now, actually, as we're talking. They used to have two towers, big chimneys, because it was an industrial town, the north of England. And it was just off the M6 motorway, or the M1. And I remember there's a place up there called, I think it's called the Meadows. Is it the Meadows? I think it even had a pyramid. And you had a big shopping centre. It was a big shopping centre at the time, one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one at the time. And I remember watching Vanilla Sky, which is a great film. I think Vanilla Sky is 126. John Connor, Ricky Lambert, Sarah Connor, 126. Atomic Gold, 47. Atomic Silver, 47. And Atomic Gold, 79. Wonder and John, add them together, 126. Anyway, I watched Vanilla Sky, great film. There's probably a lot of truth, maybe what's going on with us now in the dream, etc. But then they did eventually pulled those towers down. I was just thinking that as I'm talking to you now. But what happened? There was a tragedy. I think it was 96 that perished in Hillsborough. And the day that happened was April 15th. So that was the day the Titanic sank. It was the day that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Someone I know, actually. She used to have the birthday April 15th, or still does. And it was also the day, I think, when Trump began his trial. So it's a significant date for them. But owl. So there's the owl symbolism of that. But down on the River Thames, you've got the Parliament, Houses of Parliament, collection of owls, literally about a half a mile down the river, maybe 3/4 of a mile. There's a mirror image. So you've got the traditional Houses of Parliament, and then you've got the MI5 or MI6 building, the one that's in the James Bond film. And then next to that, you've got 5 turrets, 5 residential complexes. And guess what shape they're all in? They're built in the shape of an owl. So it's 5 owls, so it's Parliament. It's a reflection of Parliament, which is just half a mile down the road on the other side of the water. So the city planners know what they're doing. And there's a bell tower, which is called, I think, Westminster Tower or something like that. But that's a mirror of the tower at Westminster Palace, which is the Houses of Parliament. So there's all this stuff around. But the good things is 138 is Donald Trump, revaluation, the savior, 138. 171, the revaluation, the River Thames is a bolt of lightning. That's what Doc Emmett Brown says in Back to the Future. A bolt of lightning. We need a bolt of lightning to be able to change and do time travel. And obviously you've got remember the 5th of November, which is 355 in numbers, which comes to Westminster Parliament Square, which is right between Abraham Lincoln. Remember, he perished on April 15th. Abraham Lincoln's 123, Eric Trump. You've got Parliament Square, and then you've got Houses of Parliament, and then you've got the Q wheel. Everything's been set out. And the bus stop in front of Abraham Lincoln on the perimeter of Parliament Square is the Q bus stop. Yeah, the Q bus stop. And the number 88 Trump bus goes right around Parliament Square. And then you've got Mount Rushmore or Westminster Abbey. like a thief in the night 200. So I wonder who may appear there again. I think there's a possible. Well, maybe it'd be like Superman where there's many all at once, and they show the quantum. But I think Alma Tunnel in Paris makes sense. I think Westminster Abbey makes sense. I think Trump Tower makes sense. Maybe even Ground Zero makes sense. Mount Rushmore. There's key places on the board, everyone. Key places. Who else is in the chat? Sharon. Sasha. Hello. Awaken. Hey. I'm sure all you guys and girls are subscribed. Make sure you are subscribed. And also subscribe to my other channel, Top of Your Game, with Tom Numbers. That's the yellow one. But yeah, it's great times, everybody. Great times. And we're close. We're only 109 days away now. Tomorrow will be 108 days. 109 is the word Saturday. And it's like next Saturday night, Back to the Future. Tonight's Friday, but there will be a crossover. It will be Saturday night here before it gets to Saturday night in the US, which will still be Friday. Anyway, we're getting close. We're getting close. So I wanted to check in wherever you may be. I hope you've had a wonderful day. It was beautiful, hot sunshine today. I had an early start. Got me down some new coves on the waterfront. And I was able to experience some things there and speak with different people, new people that I had met along the way. Sharing the numbers, sharing experiences. So yeah, it was brilliant. It was a lovely day. So I hope you've had a wonderful day. Put in the comments if you had a good day. Trump cards coming. Yes, they are. So top trumps, good point, Bob. So top trumps is 158 in numbers, which comes to Great Quantum. It comes to Jasara Military, Jasara Quantum, Jasara Currency. But top trumps 158 comes to remember. So remember the 5th of November, 355. Parliament Square, Westminster, 355. And top trumps, top trumps, the 5th of November is 355. And there was a film came out a couple of years ago called The 355. Do you remember that? They know. Oh, also, so I was listening to a new channel today on the radio. I serendipitously, accidentally stumbled across it. They wanted me to hear it, so I'm going to mention it to you today. And it's called Greatest Hits Radio, and it's great. It plays all the 80s classic stuff, and it's brilliant. Anyway, there's a guy called Ken Bruce. Ken Bruce, he's a broadcaster here in England, Scottish accent, and he's doing an advert actually for, I think it's UTV. Basically, it's like a free TV that you can or stations of channels you can download and watch. But guess what? This is brilliant. So they're advertising it as I think it's u.co.uk, so you can have a look. Maybe if you're out of the UK, you can watch it if you subscribe and maybe do a VPN or whatever. But so he makes a point. This is in the adverts. In an advert, I've heard it like 3 or 4 times today on this new station I discovered, which has been there for a while, I guess. And it's called U. And he makes a point. He says, U is the 21st letter of the alphabet. Can you believe it, people? Gematria is now becoming mainstream. The numbers are becoming mainstream because it's the key to the universe. As we go further into the game, 26 is God, 26 is card, 26 is game. A game is 27, JFK, code. A is 1. Plus Z or Z, 26, add them together is 27. But Ken Bruce says in the advert for this, advertising this app that people can listen to their shows and watch other stuff on, he says, U is the 21st letter of the alphabet. I've never heard that on any form of advertising ever, but I heard it today. I should get in touch with the station and blow his mind with the numbers. It's coming, people. It's coming. Put in the comments if anyone else has found that from another place, then with another company, another advert, let us know. But that's the first one I've heard of. I've never ever heard gematria. He says it. Ken Bruce says you. So he's talking to the audience, but you, as in you. You is the 21st letter of the alphabet. You can't even make it up. Tom, you were a trailblazer. Ah, bless. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you. So there you go. That's it. So anyway, watch this space, people. Wherever you may be, have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you may be. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right. So God bless. And if you want to get your shungite, if you want to maximize the energies, the frequencies, the vibrations, get yourself some shungite. You can get sleeping pods. I've got 2 of these in my bed. Garden pucks. You can use those. I actually put those in my pocket, but you can use those in the garden or for your vegetables. Put it in the fridge. I've got a big one for the fridge. Preserves. I've got grapes in there that have been in there over a month, and they're still fresh and juicy. And then you can put these on your routers, on your phone, on your laptop, wherever. And then you've got the big one, the pyramid. So the first link below will be the shungite, and you get offers. It's always worth checking in every few days, because what they do is they have a plethora of all the products, but they rotate and they give special discounts and offers that change all the time. They're always good prices, but they do special bonuses. So just check out which ones. So, all right. Anyway, the best is yet to come, people. 228. God bless. I'll see you soon. Oh, Daily Star as well. The paper, the Oracle, is 109 in numbers, which is also Jasara plus Nasara, which is also great Ivanka. And she definitely is. And oh, I forgot. That's reminded me. So Kai Trump, President Trump's granddaughter, who made the stage a couple of days ago after the shooting, and she was at the RNC. And so her name, Kai Trump, Kai, Kai, comes to 21, which is of Trump. That comes to 109, which is 17. And actually, she is age 17. So there's some comms there. So they put Kai Trump up on stage. Her name comes to 109, which is 17. And when you spell it out, 17 is 109. So you can't make this up, people. And also, this is another one. So Kai, I think, is an anime character in Japan, big in Japan. I love Alphaville, Summer in Berlin, all that stuff. But Wayne Rooney is a soccer player in England. And Wayne Rooney is the only person I've seen. Hey, Sharon, bless you. $17 super chat. Mad respect for you. You are a teacher and healer and empath. I know one when I see one, because I am one. Oh, God bless you. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you. So Kai, Wayne Rooney's a soccer player. I've met him a couple of times, actually. And I've got to say, I really like Wayne Rooney. I like him more than I did when he was younger. He's funny. And he revealed a few weeks ago, maybe a month or 2 ago, that he has played golf with Donald Trump. And he kind of got a little bit ridiculed by his peer groups, Gary Neville. They're laughing at him about it. But he was hired to teach Baron Trump soccer, because Wayne Rooney played for Manchester United. He played for England, he played for Everton, played with Derby. But he also went over to play for DC United. So he would have been there when President Trump was president, publicly. But he revealed that he taught Baron Trump, because Baron Trump's a big soccer fan. So Wayne Rooney was hired by Trump to teach Baron. So I think Wayne knows a few things, and I think Wayne's on our side. And his son, one of his sons, is called Kai, and I think it's the same spelling as Kai Trump, as in Kai Rooney. So that was interesting. Yeah. So the game gets better and better. All right, everyone. I'm going to say goodbye. Tom the Film 355 is on Irish TV right now. There you go. Brilliant, Mary. See, this is how the synchronicities work. So synchronicities, or synchronicity, is 190, which is Parliament Square, and 165 is resurrection, and it's also other physics. So when you add them together, it comes to 355. So you could say other physics, synchronicity, or synchronicities. Or you could say resurrection, synchronicity, or synchronicities. 355. There you go. Brilliant, Mary. It works. We live in a matrix. We live in a beautiful game. It's amazing. So who else is here? Phil. There you go. I did. Okay. I'll have to watch the full speech, Phil. I didn't know that she said it. I just saw the bit where she talked about how her grandpa would try and get in your mind when playing golf. So there was a bit of banter and a bit of joking with that. But I'll need to watch the full speech. So there you go. Yeah. What do you have on Leicester City Football Club, Tom? Ooh. I'll get back to you on that one. But it was the leap year. So 2016. So 2012, things happen on a leap year. Leap is 34 DJT, 34 is Grace, 34 is Neo. So our great president is Neo. He's all these characters. We're all these characters, but he's the tip of the spear. So Neo, and I've said it before, but it came out, all the memes came out with him dodging the bullet, etc. And do you hear about the joke he said the next day playing golf? He said, he putted the golf ball and he said, see, the difference between me and the shooter is I never miss. I mean, that's just brilliant, but the thing is, this is Space Force protected into higher dimensional God stuff, but yeah, Neo. So Neo is 34, DJT is 34, Grace is 34, Leap is 34. So we're in a leap year, we're in a Grace year, we're in a Neo year, we're in a DJT year. So 2012 was the Olympic ceremony in London with all the symbolism that went on with that. The picture, big inflatable Boris Johnson, excuse me, the Grim Reaper around all these like hospital beds and images of what went on in 2020, precursors. So there was all that, symbols in the roof with triangles and eyes. And anyway, then you get to 2016. All those celebrities died, stroke went into witness protection. Johan Cruyff is 127. The Ace of Spades, 127. November 5th, November 5th, 127. Carrie Fisher, Prince. George Michael dies on Christmas Day. Carrie Fisher, and then her mum dies. And I saw Carrie Fisher the year before at The Force Awakens, Star Wars. Star Wars is 119, Redemption 119. And yeah, Leicester City won the Premier League. Trump got in power. Brexit. All we heard prior to 2020 was Brexit. We just heard that all the time, 2016, for like 3 years. And Brexit is 78, which is Kennedy, which is Butler. And I spoke about Butler and Kennedy yesterday. So, yeah, that was a leap year. Then we had the big one, 2020 vision. We had that, the coronavirus, 188, President Kennedy, 188, Close Encounters, 188, coronavirus, 155, Singularity. There's a good version of that. 155, the Millennium is 155. Millennium is 122, which is America First. So when President Trump keeps saying America First, he's meaning America First, but he's also meaning the planet because it's a millennium. And he's the Trump of the millennium. He's the Trump in the Book of Revelation. Book of Revelation is 185, Donald John Trump. And then 2024. So we're in a leap year. And we know when it's going to happen. Because they still have to sort 2020 out. They've got something massive planned. So you watch. Anyway, thanks everybody. Hopefully that answered a little bit about Leicester. What a funny coincidence. Leicester 2016 in straight back up. Championship 24 champions. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, back up again. Yeah. And they won the FA Cup as well. We need each other. We do. We sure do. So Fight Club, I've mentioned this before in the other video, but so if you do Fight Club, which is 88 Trump, Tyler Durden, 146, central casting, New Jerusalem. Think New Jerusalem, think Star Trek characters coming down from Space Force doing what they need to at any given time. Plus ear, because in Fight Club, Brad Pitt playing Tyler Durden says, hit me in as hard as you can. Edward Norton, the character, the protagonist, hits him and he hits him in the ear. He's like, you hit me in the ear. But if you do Fight Club plus Tyler Durden plus ear is 24. We're in the year 24. Cole Palmer scored for England in the final, 24. I did predict another 4. I thought there'd be another 4 scorers, but looking at it now, it seems like there were some other things going on. I think the timeline changed actually when the shot heard with Trump. I think it all changed. But the shot heard around the world is Fight Club 88, Tyler Durden 146, which is Truth Social, New Jerusalem, Central Casting, Ivanka Trump, Best Reversal, The Best Reset 146, plus 24 EA comes to 309, which comes to the shot heard around the world. And 309th day of the year, ordinarily on a non-leap year, is November 5th, but because there's a +1, it's on the 310th day of the year, which is Malachi 3:10, which talks about the windows of heaven, God pouring out a blessing upon the people, so much so that there's not enough room to receive it, which is Nasara Jasara, all the financial change, all the technologies, or everything else. And 3:10 to Yuma. Why did President Trump keep going down to the wall in Yuma? Because he was pointing out the date, 3:10. Why did they make that film twice? So we wouldn't miss it. Christian Bale was in that 3:10. He played Batman. Trump has been Batman. All of this keeps going round and round. 310 comes to the quantum financial system. It comes to the creature from Jekyll Island, which is the reverse of the quantum financial system. Ed Griffin's book points it out. All right, everyone. Much love. God bless. Hey, Car. Aloha. Thanks, Sharon. 13th of July, 1917, Fatima. Okay. Cool. Also, as well, even Peter. So I met a Peter today. Peter's 64, which is Tenet, which is Israel, which is Zion, which is Movie, which is Jubilee. So you know when they cut the ear off of Peter and then Christ healed it again? Remember Donald John Trump's father, Frederick Christ Trump, his grandmother, Mary Christ, and then Felipe Christ, his great-great-grandfather. But that made me think of that as well with the ear. Yeah. Anyway. All right, everyone. Much love. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening, morning, wherever you may be. And I'll see you soon. All right. Take care.